Hi, and welcome to my bright flaky balm video. What is on my nails right now is this neon green jelly by Beauty Guard. It's called Limeade. So I am wearing it, well, on my shorter nails I'm wearing it in 2 coats, and on my longer nails I'm wearing it in 3 coats. But it has that, like kind of squishy, juicy looking jelly texture. It's really fun, and it is blacklight reactive. And you're going to see this polish again during this video. This is Tink. It's a Hella Handmade Creations polish by Rogue Lacquer. And it is a flaky balm that's green to gold. And I just thought the green matched Limeade really well. So the point of making this video is that I have been looking at Holo Taco's Deep End collection, and they look really beautiful. But instead of just impulse buying the full collection right now, I want to shop my stash and find polishes I already own that have a really similar vibe. I'm not going for exact dupes, because I don't think that I'll have them, which is fine. I'm just trying to be a bit more mindful with my buying, and so I want to really enjoy the ones that I do get and use the ones I already own more. I will probably pick up 1 or 2 from that collection. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get Don't Be Jelly, which is the purple, and I'm also still really looking at Made Me Ink. Just those 2 are really pretty. But anyhow, let's look at the bright colored flakies that I picked out for my collection. I'm going to kind of go in Roy G. Biv order. So first up is Mooncat Shroomdom, and it's a red jelly base with these gold and red flakies. See, they might not be red. They might just look that way because of the base, but let's put this on. So that is first coat. And these are flaky balms and in jellies, so you know there's going to be a lot of Mooncat and a lot of Cuticula, because both of those brands do that really, really well. So second coat of Shroomdom. Okay, let's put on a third coat, because that is the way that I like to wear these flakies and jellies. I like to get the full, sometimes it's called a pond effect or layering effect. And there is 3 coats of Shroomdom. And these are kind of smallish flakies, which all of the Holo Taco ones are big flakies. But in my opinion, because it's so bright and it's a flaky balm, it does kind of fit the vibe or the feeling. Next up is Polish for Days. This is one of my absolute favorite reds and one of my favorite flakies. This is called Painting My Roses Red. And this one does also have little tiny black flecks in it, and I feel like it has a bit more of a yellowish gold to the flakies. But here is, oops, let's move that so my camera doesn't freak out. They definitely look similar going on in the first coat, but they are quite different. I think the Mooncat Trim Dum is closer to the vibe of Off the Deep End, but I love both these polishes. They're both very beautiful reds. Next up, moving more into oranges, this is Hermit Crab by Mooncat. It's kind of a corally, pinky, orange base. Maybe it's more of a pink than orange. I can't quite tell with corals. And then it has these iridescent and gold glitters in it. So here's the first coat. I have a little too much on my brush there. Here's the second coat. So here is 3 coats of Mooncat's Hermit Crab. Again, those are smaller, more medium-sized flakes. They're not the huge flakes that I was seeing in swatch pictures, but still very pretty. I don't actually have a yellow, but this one, whoops, shake it up a little. So I don't really have a yellow jelly flaky balm, but I do have the sweet and sour lacquer called Watermelon, and it's kind of a light corally jelly base, and then the flakies have a lot of gold in them, so it almost looks yellow, or looks closer to yellow. And with this sweet and sour lacquer watermelon, I think that there's more flaky, like the flakies are more densely packed, and it has a lighter jelly base. Third coat. So here is 3 coats of sweet and sour lacquer's watermelon. And here's the one that I'm wearing right now. I'll probably only do it in 2 coats because they're so densely packed, and that's just the way that I wear it. I almost didn't include a Rogue Lacquer's Tink because it really does have a different vibe. It's more densely packed, smaller flakies, and the jelly base doesn't really show up. But it's just such a bright green flaky balm that it kind of fits the vibe in my opinion. So there's 1 coat of Tink. And there's 2 coats of Tink. And there's also 2 coats of Tink on my middle finger here. Next up is a green jelly base. This is Cuticula's Battle of the Boxes from Polished Gamer Box. And it has a green jelly base, and then it has these bright green and teal flakies, and also some little black shreds in there. And I saw the spoiler swatch pictures of this, and that's why I ordered from Polished Gamer Box that time. So here is the first coat. And I wear this in 3 coats. So that's how I'm going to do it on the swatch wheel. There we go, now the blue is showing up. There we go, this spot didn't get very many flakies, so place some there. And that is 3 coats of Cuticula's Battle of the Boxes. Next up is kind of a tealish blue, and then it has iridescent flakies, gold, green. It looks like there's some purple in there. And this is Cupcake Polish, A Whole Dang Decade. Oh, and this one also has little black flecks in it. But there's the first coat. And the third coat. There we go, that is 3 coats of Cupcake Polish, A Whole Dang Decade. And now this one, in my opinion, really does fit the vibe of the Off the Deep End collection. This is Proto Batch L by Rogue Lacquer, and it is a blue and green flaky bomb. And similar to Tink, it's pretty much a full coverage. Not quite to the extent that Tink is. You can see that blue jelly base more. But it's very packed. So 1 coat. Let's put on a second coat. I'll probably only do 2 coats on the swatch wheel because that's the way I wear it on my nails. But here is 2 coats of Rogue Lacquer's Proto Batch L. Now moving more towards bluish purple, this is Kelpie by Sweet and Sour Lacquer. Oh, I forgot that this one has a clear base. In my memory, it had a blue base. So it might not end up fitting quite the vibe that it does in the bottle. So here is 1 coat of Kelpie. I'll probably do 3 coats of this, even though it isn't colored jelly base like I remember it. I probably wore it over a kind of like a bluish purple polish. That's probably why in my memory it has a different base coat than it does in reality, a different base color than it does in reality. It's still really pretty, but I'd probably wear this more as a topper, which you could sponge it on if you wanted that, like, just really densely packed the way that flaky the way that Tink is. But I don't know if I would want to wear it that way. I would probably wear it as a topper. So it has that really glowy blue to it. And then you get the flashes of green and purple. And my camera's not really doing it justice, but it's very pretty. Next up I have Cuticula Dead House. This was a polished pickup. Oops. And it has these purple and green flakies, and then the little black bits too. And it's in kind of a bluish base. Maybe a blurple base. So there is 1 coat of Dead House. The swatch wheel is turning out really pretty. So 2 coats of Dead House. and a third coat. The next one is another cuticula. This is Twilight Dragon. And it's a purple base with purple and blue flakies. And then they kind of shift all the way to like orange. Oops. Got a little too much on my brush. Probably need to shake it again. Yeah, this is looking almost like a acrylic base. You get my lighting where I am is not good. In real life, I'm seeing the flakies a lot more. I think my camera is just picking up some of the polishes next to it that have brighter colored flakies. It's very pretty, and you get that really cool layered or pond effect with it. There we go, there's 3 coats of Twilight Dragon. Okay, and last up is another purple. This is Limby Designs. It's Only Forever. And this is a thermal. I'll put up a picture of the thermal effect, but in its cold state, it's this purple with purple and iridescent and kind of orangish gold flakies and little tiny black flecks. And this was from the Labyrinth Fandom Flaky box. I think in one of my better pictures with the thermal effect, I'm holding a Labyrinth mug. There's 1 coat. And here's the second coat of It's Only Forever. And I'm going to leave it in 2 coats because that's actually the way that I wear it. But here is 2 coats of It's Only Forever. And this swatch wheel turned out so pretty. I want to just like put it on my pegboard or something. Anyway, the other thing that I was thinking to help me not just run out and impulse buy a whole collection is that I have the neon jelly collection from Night Owl Lacquer. I'll grab a couple. I just grabbed the pink and the green. And I could layer them with flakies. So this is Orly Kit Glass. It's really, really big flakies. And it looks like it's in a purple base, but that really doesn't show up once it's on. I also have, Mooncat's Foxfire, which is medium iridescent flakies. And I have Daisy Chain Polish Tremella, which I wore recently. This is pretty new, so I've only worn it once. And it looks like it's, again, like this one, it looks like it's in a base, but the base doesn't really show up. Just the flakies do. So if I wanted, I could make my own, bright flaky jelly. But anyway, these are the flaky jellies that I already have at home. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.